Firestarter, a Bernard Miller mystery, written by Tommy Ricks. Part 1, The First Flame. The screams echoed through the 125th Street station long after the flames died. At 8:17 a.m., during the Monday rush, a woman waiting for the downtown 4 train was doused with a clear liquid. Before anyone could intervene, a match flared, and her body became a torch. Commuters scattered in panic. Smoke swallowed the tunnel. One man filmed the horror on his phone. Another passed out. No one could forget her scream. By noon, every news station had the footage. Commentators compared it to a real incident from months earlier. Same method, same randomness. Copycat. The word pulsed across every headline. Chief Robert O'Malley sat at his desk in silence. The video paused on the attacker's shadowy figure fleeing into the crowd. He picked up the phone and called a man he trusted with his life. "Bernard," he said, "I need you. We've got another psycho lighting people up, like matchsticks." Bernard Miller stood quietly beside the scorched tile wall of the station later that afternoon, eyes narrowed beneath the brim of his wool cap. Cynthia Toussaint and Hector Ramirez flanked him. The stench of melted plastic and charred flesh clung to the air. "No accelerant container?" Cynthia asked. "Nothing yet," said Hector, flipping through a forensic report. "Could have used something disposable, easy to toss." Bernard knelt and touched the floor. It was still warm. "First fire," he murmured. "Won't be the last." Part 2, The Fire Spreads. It happened again 2 days later, this time in the Bronx, near the Fordham Road station. A middle-aged black man waiting alone, targeted at random, doused, ignited, dead before help arrived. Different victim profile, Cynthia noted. First was a young Latina woman, now a middle-aged man. "No clear link," Bernard said, flipping through background files. "Victims don't know each other. Lived in different boroughs, nothing in common." "Maybe there's no pattern," Hector muttered, "just someone chasing the high of destruction." One shaken teenager told Bernard something strange. "I heard humming," the boy said. "Not sure what. Creepy, like something from a nursery." That detail nagged at Bernard like an ember in the brain. Back at Bernard's office, they dug deeper. "Most arsonists are male," Cynthia said, scrolling through forensic profiles, "but when it's not about profit or revenge, sometimes it's about cleansing, psychosis." Bernard leaned back in his chair, thinking. Pull records, unsolved residential fires, tragic ones, custody disputes, anything linked to trauma. Start with Queens and Brooklyn. Part 3, Embers and Echoes. The Atlantic Avenue Barclays Center attack left a man critically burned. His name was Victor Chung, a schoolteacher who tried to shield another passenger. At the hospital, Cynthia interviews Victor's wife. He said she laughed, she whispers, right before lighting the match. Meanwhile, Bernard and Hector review new footage, a different angle this time. The figure still moves fast, hood up, a scarf covers the face, but something catches Bernard's eye. She touches each railing before she runs, he says. Deliberate, almost ritualistic. Later that night, a letter is slipped under the precinct door. Handwritten, no fingerprints, no envelope. "The world must be purified, one station at a time. The phoenix weeps for the lost." Was it from the killer, or someone inspired by them? The team begins to suspect either a religious connection or someone with delusions of spiritual purpose. Part 4, Smoke and Mirrors. The fourth attack comes in Queens. This time, the Firestarter leaves something behind. A child's doll, face melted, hair scorched, propped against a support beam. "She's escalating," Bernard mutters, "leaving markers, like signatures." Or warnings, Hector says. They scour arson reports and find a fire from 1999, an apartment in Jamaica, Queens. A girl died. The mother was blamed but never charged. The neighbors reported hearing humming. Name, Delilah Maris. But here's the twist. They can't find her. The paper trail ends cold in 2008. Cynthia interviews a retired social worker who handled Delilah's case. "She was broken," the woman says. "She loved that little girl, but she wasn't stable. Used to talk to candles." Said they listened. No one has heard from Delilah in years, until Hector finds something new, a donation record, small monthly payments made to a church under the name Sister D. Part 5, False Light, Midtown. A small quiet church with flickering candles and whispers of grief. They meet Sister D, soft eyes, calm voice, dressed modestly. She leads group counseling sessions for the bereaved. "We lose people every day," she says. "But the soul, it never burns, not really." Her words seem rehearsed, Bernard notices the dolls by the window, each with singed ribbons. Cynthia gently probes her past, but Sister D glides over it like smoke over water. You feel responsible for others' pain? Bernard asks. She looks at him, truly looks. Don't you? They leave disturbed. Nothing concrete, just instinct. She's not who she claims to be, Bernard says, but they still can't prove she's Delilah Maris. Part 6. Trial by Fire. The fifth fire doesn't kill, but it does something worse. A woman and her child are doused, but a bystander intervenes in time. The child survives, traumatized. The woman is in critical condition. The child tells Cynthia, "The bad person, she sang to me." "What song, sweetie?" She said, "Hush, little baby." Then fire came. Meanwhile, Hector traces an old library card linked to Delilah. It's inactive, but it was scanned recently at a grief seminar. The same one held at Sister D's church. Bernard makes the call. Bring her in. Part 7. Inferno. No cuffs, no drama. Sister D enters quietly, sits, folds her hands like she's praying. Bernard lays the folder in front of her. Delilah Maris. She says nothing. You lost your daughter in a fire, said it was an accident, but the neighbors said they heard singing. She finally speaks. She was cold. I just wanted her warm. Bernard slides the doll from the last fire onto the table. She's not the only one you tried to warm. Delilah's eyes glisten. I see them, Mr. Miller, the ones with no mothers, the ones waiting in the dark. I take away their fear. You burn them. I free them. She confesses 4 murders, 2 attempts, each a mercy, each flame a new beginning. In court, she speaks of angels and ash, of rebirth. The press calls her the Firestarter nun. But Bernard will never forget the way she looked at him in that room, like a mother offering warmth. Only her embrace meant fire.